This is Sunbelt Conference Baseball on ESPN Plus. Today from Tomlinson Stadium in Jonesboro, Arkansas. We've got Game 3 between the A-State Red Wolves and the Golden Lions of UAPB. He'll bat with the bases clear. 2 down here in the first. And the first pitch grounder out to Patrick Ingskov. Dylan Farley works a 1-2-3 top of the first.
He in the lineup today. Ouch.
That's one way to keep him in the ball on the ballpark.
Yeah.
The 3-2 upstairs, and it's the home plate umpire, Timothy Cooper, thinking, man, I'm glad this pitch was not close.
Right.
We're about to find out. Here comes the 3-1. He threw a fastball, but it ran off the outside corner, and so now back-to-back walks have loaded the bases with 2 outs. Fouled it off the 0-1, hit him, and Arkansas State is going to take the lead. They've had 2 HBPs, 2 walks. Red Wolves, without a hit, have a run across on 3-2. Torres grounds ball 4 out to second, and Kenny Fabian works himself off the hook despite 2 HBPs and 2 walks. Arkansas State gets just a run. The 3-1. That's hit out to right. Yet it's going to carry a while, and it's going to carry off the wall, bounced away from Quiller. And it's going to be a 2-out double for Zach Weeder. First hit for either team.
Yeah, that's one of those 50-50. That ball could have gone either way. And that was even farther outside. Loses him.
Next from Farley is lined over to Walton and got past him. It goes into right field to tie the ball game on an RBI base hit by Zion Hamilton. And we're square at 1 for the RBI, and they're at the corners with 2 outs as this inning moves on to Owen Geetson, the catcher.
Got him.
And they got him, yep. Owen Geetson's going to lead off the third because Dylan Farley said, I'll get out 3 myself here with the pickoff. Dylan Farley finds an out on the bases to keep us at 1-1, headed to the bottom of the second. And Fabian getting back-to-back fastballs. Nice. Haven't said that in a while. The 3-1. And he walked it.
He's really lost command of that. They may have a conversation here to buy just a little bit more time. Another curveball.
This one pulled right to the first baseman. Martinez fields and steps on the bag. Each team has left the bases loaded. UAPB does it here in the third.
When it went Griffith's way.
This ball is hit out to center field, and it does carry all the way out of here. Dane Small looked like he was going to camp under it, and all of a sudden he looked up and it was out of the ballpark. A home run for Evan Griffiths, which is his 2nd of the season. His 9th RBI, and Arkansas State's back on top.
Well, Brad, we kind of alluded to this earlier in the ball game that this is a guy that can put the ball out of the ballpark and sent dead center to right center field. He gets the curveball. He does a great job of staying back, and you see how he extends all the way through the ball to get to the same plane. And he knew he got good bat on it. But I mean, if you think about how things are carrying to center field and right center field, that ball easily carried out of here.
Hausworth hits it the other way, and that's going to be trouble. It'll drop for a base hit in front of the left fielder. The next to the A-State first baseman is ripped over the third baseman down the line and left. The runners are going to hold it first and second.
At some point you got to commit and say, if you're going to throw it that many times.
And so
that's going to be a balk because they tried to do a hidden ball trick on Aiden Householder, but the pitcher cannot make it on around the pitcher's circle. You can't get on the pitcher's circle without the baseball. Yeah, he's standing on the rubber right there waiting on the baseball. No, he doesn't have it.
And Torres hits it the other way to left field. 1 run will score. Here comes Martinez. He's going to score. They'll throw to second. Torres is in there in time with a 2-run base hit, and Arkansas State leads 4-1.
Nice base running at second base to get a big jump there by Derek Martinez to score from second. Really wasn't even close at home plate, and then all of a sudden Raul Torres, especially when you got 2 outs, You take off to second base and you dare them to cut that ball so that you can for sure get that run from second base scored, and all of a sudden now he ends up in scoring position.
Keep it moving. Now 5 straight base runners with 2 outs for A-State. Manuel goes first pitch swinging and hits this a mile high out to center. It'll be grabbed by Dane Small, and that'll do it for the Red Wolves, who strand a couple, but not before plating 3 runs on 4 hits, including a home run from Evan Griffiths that broke the tie.
And yeah, and that ball's just, let this play out here. Joey McLaughlin.
Joey McLaughlin drops to a couple of knees to haul that one in for out number 1. Base hit to right with 1 out. Here's a grounder left side over to Torres. The second for 1. The turn is in time. A-State goes around the horn for the double play to stop UAPB here in the 4th. He saw one there, and he's going to hit it into the corner for, guess what, extra bases. Walton is around second and digging for third, and he is going to be in there with another triple, this one with 1 out in the 4th.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of hitting there. He got an 80-mile-an-hour slider that just took a lot of the plate. You know, he's geared up for a fastball, and you can see how he's choked up just a little bit, but it was just a wrist flip is all it was. He recognized spin and just flips his wrist and gets out in front of that ball, keeps it fair, and he runs really well. And like you say, it's a sure double, but he's turned a couple of doubles into triples this year. And by base running a nice piece of hitting, puts Arkansas State in a scoring situation. Nice.
And he does. He hits it out to right center, and that's going to drop for an RBI single. Walton comes in to score to make it 5-1. They moved the center fielder over toward the right center gap. Big hole in left center, and that throw is going to get away. Here goes Inkskoff, and he better hurry. He is out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that decision.
The 1-2 to Griffiths, and he hammers this one out to right again, as this one will stay in the park. Or I said out to right, but out to center. Stayed in the park for the center fielder Dane Small to make the catch. Here's a grounder backhanded by Inkskoff. He'll go to third.
Whoa.
That's going to be
Patrick,
what they get. So to see him turn the double play.
Yeah, I think he kind of froze there for a second. I mean, this is, anytime you get a line drive like that right there, that is just like, that's going to be easy double play, because you know that the play's not going to be played, you know, close at second.
285 as he stands in there. And here's a grounder over to Lane Walton. And A-State gets out of the inning unscathed. Cooper Garrison hit a couple of batters, but stranded a couple. Another 2-2. Fouled again. That's going to hold up. The wind kind of pushed that one back in play. Yeah, that one was for sure getting out.
We're finding the wall. Oh, well, I bet we got a great camera angle right there. Look at that.
James with 5 on the clock brings it home. Yeah. That's lined up the middle for a base hit.
I'm just really surprised to see the amount of usage of curveball slider in these counts.
And he hits this one out toward Dane Small, who's drifted back, and it went over his head. That one got past Small. Martinez is going to get held up, and they'll be at second and third with 1 out for Joey McLaughlin. The 1-1 pulled past the drawn-in first baseman into right field for a base hit. Here comes Torres. McLaughlin was running all the way. He's going to get cut down at second, but it's now 7-1 A-State. Reagan James brings the 2-2 pitch home. Swing and a miss. That is the second strikeout for James, and that'll do it for A-State in the 5th. But the Red Wolves pick up 2 runs on 3 more hits. A 2-run single by Joey McLaughlin. And this ball is hammered out to right, and that is going to carry out of here. So, hello, Nick Hockemeyer. He comes into the game and hits himself a leadoff home run into the A-State bullpen here in the 6th.
Well, I mean, this is the day to do it. Get up the ball in the jet stream today. It's blowing straight out of center field, but it still carries a charge of energy that UAPB needs here. That ball's a sinker that's running back over the plate there. Perfectly lines up with the swing plane of Nick Hockemeyer, and he puts it out of here.
But my guess is it's not. Because at that point, he was the designated hitter.
Yeah.
There's a swing and a miss. Coleman goes down on strikes. Golden Lions strand runner at third, but they do get a run. Different situations. So Walton says, to heck with it, I'm going to take off, and it keeps A-State out of a double play as Inkskov hit it hard, but right at the third baseman. So, yeah, we've got a...
Lane Walton thought he was interfered after he crossed second base, and I thought the umpire made a signal. Can we go back just a little bit? I don't know if y'all got that on camera, but that's the reason why he's trotting towards third base, is when he rounded second base a little bit farther back, right about there is the contact. Let's see if the umpire throws his hands up and makes any kind of move. And Lane looked at him and said, hey, that's interference, right? And that's the reason why he's trotting to third base on whether or not it was going to be obstruction.
We'll see the umpire here.
Yeah, let's see. He's pointing. He's pointing right there.
Well, whatever it is, Arkansas State is not going to win the discussion, and the inning is over. So
wow, that was wild.
Not your everyday play there. A-State turned away in the sixth. They'll lead at 7-2 as we go to the seventh.
That's just nasty pitch.
Cut off by Torres on the run. It's a quick 1-2-3, top of the seventh for Tyler Weimer. Popped up. That's on the infield.
Oof.
Got in that wind, and the third baseman Smith hung with it for the first out.
It's just the worst catching pop-ups like that, so great job staying with that.
Jumper hitting .250. He had a 2-homer game. Both of his home runs this season came in the win at Arkansas on Tuesday, and he hits this one a mile high. It'll continue to carry out toward right center, but it'll hold up long enough for the center fielder Dane Small to get under it. And Arkansas State, despite a couple of base runners, turned away in the seventh. We go to the eighth with the Red Wolves leading 7-2. Popped up on the infield. That'll be hauled in by the third baseman, wow, Raul Torres, and that is 6 up, 6 down for Tyler Weimer.
You just keep playing that style of baseball.
Inkskov hits this one out to left. Coming in, Vasquez grabs it. Red Wolves strand a runner at third, and they're 3 outs away from a sweep.
There it is again. Wow.
The 3-2 is hit on the ground left side. Inkskov circles it, fields, and the Golden Lions are down to their final out. Tyler Weimer's 1-1 is hit over toward Inkskov. Patrick on the run, fields and throws. Tyler Weimer retires all 9 batters he faces, and Arkansas State sweeps the weekend, getting game 3 7-2.